My people, how on a day? I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on where you listen to the sound of my voice. This is the Biafra Superstars Media. Fellow Biafrans, when we speak this all the time, telling you about what's happening in that damnable republic called Nigeria, in most cases, some of you assume because we are members of Biafra, we are just embellishing the facts. Some of you, they call it propaganda when we speak. Even when our leader Nnamdi told you they were coming. When he told us they were coming, people still doubted him. When I came and I told you I went on holiday in Egypt and I saw a display of an arrays of gold, different types of gold, from around the whole world, they were displayed in Egypt. And in one of the sections, they called it Zamfara gold. Under Zamfara, then they now bracket a state in Nigeria. I was thrown aback. Because since they've been exploiting gold from Zamfara state, there's never been a time where even a penny, 1 naira, 1 kobo was remitted to the center as revenue. The federal government of that so-called Nigeria has not received as revenue from the sales of gold from Zamfara state since the very first day golds were being exploited, not explored, exploited in Zamfara state. Do you know why? It's because deep inside they know that Nigeria has been divided. Unfortunately, the Yorubas and some of the people called the Igbos, they don't understand that. Middle belt, they are the casualties. They have no say in this one. But the Yorubas and some politicians from the Igbo side, they still assume they can work something out because they are enjoying the dividends of their one Nigerianness. At this point, I want this lady to speak for you to listen to her. Listen to what she will say when it comes to what is going on in terms of the Fulani Herdsmen, Boko Haram, ISIS, ISWAP, Lakurawa, and the rest of them. We told you, in the night time, they pretend to be kidnappers, terrorists. But also, when those big men are coming with their helicopters, their private jets and the rest of them, the so-called terrorist turns to stewards. They turn to a concierge. They turn to bodyguard. They turn to security guards. They turn to security men guiding these rich men in their private jets, helicopters or whatever, as they take the gold from Zamfara. And they pay in raw cash. They pay in dollars to those that brought in those so-called terrorists in that so-called Nigeria. So please listen to this lady. She spoke truth to power. She explained exactly what I've been saying all these months. Listen to her and I'll come back. Listen.
Rubadu, when he was in the plateau, he said one thing that I think is good and which should be looked into. He said we have to look at the root cause of these problems. Well, what are the root causes? You have to understand, like I said earlier, that security is a multi-billion-dollar industry. How do the perpetrators get their guns? Where do they get their ammunition? Where do they get their training? This question was asked to the CDS. I can remember quite clearly. Who are the sponsors? But even the CDS refused to answer because it was too much for him to answer. Well, I'll give you the answer.
Listen.
Like I said earlier on.
Listen.
You have to look at things holistically. I said there's the imperial factor, the stealing and the plunder of our natural resources.
Okay.
There's also the local factor. The local factor which you want us to address is this. That why are our youth engaging in this?
Listen.
This is a new thing that is happening to us. Because Nigeria's demographic, over 75% of the population, especially up north that I know, are made up of youth from age 75 down. age 35 down. Now these are the uranium, they are the engine, they are the energy.
Listen.
Of the country. When you have 75% of your youth, aged between 35 down, that are unemployed, uneducated, ill-informed, jobless, they become cannon fodder. And why did they get into this situation?
Listen.
So unless this issue is addressed, these things will continue, because they will now start looking onto each other. Oh, this is my enemy. The closer your neighbor becomes your enemy. I want to have what my neighbor has. But they are all pulverized. They are all in the same boat, but they don't seem to understand. And the indoctrination by our clerics, both Muslims and Christians, they are also agents of this chaos.
Listen.
So the government, or the people in government, love to divert attention from giving good governance by making the population kill each other.
Listen.
While they usurp and steal our resources. I would like to give you an example of Zamfara, for instance. Zamfara.
Listen.
We have a Ministry of Mineral Resources. What are bandits doing there? Who are they working for?
Boom, hold it first. In Zamfara, they have the Ministry of Natural Resources. What are bandits doing there? Who are they working for? All these years I've been telling you, your so-called terrorists, they are terrorists during the day, cutting necks of people, chopping heads off. But in the nighttime, they act as concierge for the who is who around the whole world, coming down with their private jets to buy those golds. And they pay in top dollars. To call a spade a spade. Even the governor of Zamfara, before he became a politician, or before he became governor, when he declared his net asset or whatever, I was not surprised when it was running into billions. He was a billionaire before he became a governor. I think he's of a lesser evil. He's even the good ones. He's even one of the good guys compared to what has been going on in that area. Those you are scared of. Now you see why they don't want to call in mercenaries to wipe out the terrorists. You see why the military men say, no, don't bring in the mercenaries. We can do the job ourselves. Now you see why what they are doing will never end. Because those bandits now, they are shareholders. They are stakeholders in the resources coming from Zamfara. By doing it that way, by having all those things in place, it means that they will never remit not even a kobo to the center. Unfortunately, the only resources running Nigeria as we speak is the crude oil coming from my land, Biafra land. The only resources they are happy to control, say, oh, this one, no, it is the so-called national cake, is the crude oil. They are using it to run that criminal enterprise known as Nigeria. But the one that God blessed them with, the gold, the pure gold from Zamfara, not even 1 naira has been remitted to the center. Even the president of Tinubu, he has not even been able to ask. Say, hello, what's going on here? There are mining industries in Zamfara. How much have you made? Not even 1 naira has been remitted into the coffers of the federal government of that so-called Nigeria. What does that tell you? Think about it. Think. What does that tell you? That they are making billions of dollars in gold. Today, in the stock market, gold is the real deal right now. So don't be surprised that you are seeing more killings in terrorists in that so-called Nigeria. Because gold now is where people are putting their money. Since Trump came with the tariff and those nonsense he did. Gold is not the real deal. But in Nigeria, because they exploit gold and they conceal it, you'll be seeing more killings of terrorists in the farms, in the bushes, in different lands. Why? Because they have to scare you away while the miners come and mine those gold. That's the problem of a criminal enterprise. That's a problem of a banana republic. When things are booming around the whole world, when you turn around and look at that country that has the resources in a criminal way, things will be worse in that country. They will be worse off. Same in Congo. They have everything that the world needs. The cell phone we are using, the laptops we are using, the computers, the resources are gotten from Congo. But today, Congo is living in abject poverty because of the criminality and the international interest in Congo, stealing and siphoning the resources. So I can call Zamfara a mini Congo Republic, because right now, not even 1 naira from the billions they are making has been remitted to your so-called federal government. The one they love is the money of the Biafran from crude oil. When it comes to the Biafrans, when it comes to us to maintain and hold and use our own resources, they say no. All the tribes come together against us. They went to war with us. They killed 7 million of us, and they are about to kill more. They are happy to kill more. They still blame us. The Igbo must go, Yamiri and the rest of them, despite our resources from our land has been running that so-called Nigeria. Think about that. But the one from Zamfara, they don't discuss about it. The one they found in Oyo State is not even being discussed at the moment, because the Yorubas, they are able to take that one off now. Buhari was trying to take it, which was why he gave a contract to somebody from Mali to come to Yoruba land, to live among the Yorubas, and at the end, for them to see the level of amount of gold in Oyo State, Ibadan, they threw a bomb, a dynamite, in a place as special as Ibadan. They threw a bomb in the land to tilt the soil, to see how much of gold is in that soil, under the government of Buhari. But somehow the Yoruba, some of the cowards there, they pretended and said, no, these are illegal miners. The governor of Oyo State, Sheyi Makinde, a coward, a big-time coward, came out to the public and said, oh no, these are illegal miners. You are scared as a cockroach. They are coming for your land. Thank your star that your brother is there now, Tinubu, to slow them down a bit. But if you continue in this madness, to the Yorubas, if you continue in this madness and say you believe in Nigeria, when a Fulani man comes back into power, your Oyo State is gone. Herdsmen will be there. Terrorists will be there, because the gold in Ibadan, they have found out, and they now know how much, and the quality and quantity, the mass of it. That bomb they threw in Oyo, in the month, I believe it is December 2022. I don't forget things. There was bombs explosion in Ibadan, the heartbeat of the Yorubas. It was to tilt the soil. They now know where the gold is, but they want to see how much, the in-depth. How deep is this gold? What is the mass of this gold? So they put a bomb somewhere. And you saw how it destroyed homes in the locality. And you want to lie, oh, it's a dynamite. You are a liar. That bomb was bigger than just a dynamite. People were in their homes and they died in their homes. To the Yorubas, if not they wise, do what is right. Break away from that zoo called Nigeria. Break away from that zoo called Nigeria. Let's continue.
Are just the pawns for politicians and illegal miners. They are the smoke screen.
Listen.
I remember. Now we have a Ministry of Mineral Resources, for instance.
Okay.
How much has the Ministry of Mineral Resources remitted to government?
Hey,
how much is our gold? Hey. Zamfara has more gold than Ghana.
Hey.
I have seen Zamfara government traded in Wall Street.
Listen.
How? Why? What is Nigeria getting? Youth in Kebbi, Sokoto, Zamfara are living in such abject poverty, and there are so many. They are not educated, they have no hope for tomorrow, and they have to eat. Tell me what they do. They become agents of this imperialists, and their local partners, their local clients, so to say. Zamfara gold is being traded. Millions, maybe, of dollars.
If I could come in here quickly, Naja'atu, to get more.
Now they'll cut that out now. The Zoom media, they'll cut that off now. Fia people. To the Yoruba media, this thing you guys are covering, these things you guys are hiding, it will turn around and bite you guys. The moment she was hitting those points, those key points we've been saying all this while. The gold they have in Zamfara is more than the gold in Kenya. It is being traded internationally. I told you guys a gospel truth when I went on holiday in Egypt to go and see, the pyramids and the rest of them. Kemet, the land of the black. I did a bit of a research on Kemet. And we went to the different pyramids, Giza, the rest of them. We went there. And what I saw in a display, fear catch me. Fear catch me. What I saw on display in a place where they were selling gold from the different parts of Africa, I believe. And I saw gold, Zamfara gold. And underneath Zamfara, they wrote a state from Nigeria. Aye, Lord have mercy. But today, because they hate the Biafran man, only the resources from Biafra land is the one used to run Nigeria. But the gold from Zamfara, nobody's talking about it. The North can have it. The oligarchs can have it. The Caliphate can have it. That tells me if this oil in Biafra land was in the North, since yesterday, Nigeria would have been broken up. Those you call your terrorists, you are wasting your time. They are here for a reason. They have seen something that is amazing. The gold, the level of gold in Zamfara, it is so much that they don't want to share with the center. Your country, Nigeria, those that love Nigeria, Rufai, Oseni, the rest of you that love Nigeria, your country, Nigeria, is being run by the proceeds, the revenue coming from crude oil, a resource gotten from the land of Biafra. But the ones from gold coming from Zamfara, the ones from gold coming from the Yoruba land, nothing is being discussed about it. Is that really a country? When you discuss Adam Smith, when he discussed the wealth of a nation, in the wealth of a nation, you look at all the resources you've got and how to exploit it in order to improve upon the economy, the social welfare and well-being of the people and the country itself. When you discuss wealth of a nation, exploiting the resource in your land. But in Nigeria, no. There is a saying with the Igbos have, they say, "Nkem bunkem, nkai bunkai." My own na my own, our own na our own. I think that's what is happening by the Caliphate. They say, no, we don't believe in this Nigeria. We own Nigeria. So any resource from the land of the Caliphate, it belongs to us. Walai talai. And the ones found in your area, we shall use it or we shall use it to run the so-called Nigeria. When we say these things, they don't believe us. I'm so glad. What's her name again? That Naja'atu Mohammed, a woman. Women, there's something special about some women. They come out and say the truth. They come out and say the truth. She's spoken. For those that have ears, let them hear. For those that have ears, let them hear.
Yeah, check me out. Superstars Media. Lord Lugard, Bloomington, Lord Lugard, and it's why Flora show. 1914 amalgamation is what we dying for. 3 nations to 1 nation, ever since annihilation. Nepotism is nonsense. You and you, clap your hands. Biafra gonna come, clap your hands. Biafra, Oduduwa, we're free now. Freedom is gonna come, we're free now. Yeah.